In these videos, I aim to simplify theory and solve multiple varied questions. Using these methods, I've helped students ace exams and reach top schools and universities. If that sounds interesting to you, then please take a moment to subscribe. So what are quartiles? Well, similarly to quarters, when we have an item and we split it into quarters, we split it into 4 equal pieces. And quartiles are when we have a data set and we split it into 4 equal sections. So if we have a data set, a line of numbers, we're going to have our minimum number, our maximum number, and we're going to have the median in the middle. Now the median has split our data set into 2 equal sections. So if we split the first half in half again, and the second half in half again, we now have 4 equal sections, which are our 4 quartiles. Now the number that is at the end of the first quarter is called Q1. The number in the middle of the data, the median, is called Q2, and the number at the end of the third quartile is called Q3. So let's now talk about percentiles. If we have all of the data together, the entire thing is always 100%. And we've split the data into 4 equal sections. So each section is going to be 25%. This means that if we have the 0% or 0 percentile at the beginning of the data, we're going to have the 25th percentile at Q1. Where the median is in the middle of the data, we're going to have the 50th percentile at Q2, and at Q3, the 75th percentile. Now in practice, if this is our data set and we cross off the numbers from either end until we get to the middle, we find that 7 is our median, which is also Q2, and it's the 50th percentile. Now, to find Q1, we have to find the middle of these numbers, which is, as you can see, number 2. So Q1 is equal to 2, and that's also the 25th percentile. And finally, we'll find Q3, which is going to be the middle of these numbers on this side, and as you can see, that is the number 10. So Q3 is equal to 10, which is also the 75th percentile. Now this example has an odd number of values in its data set, but what happens if we have an even number of values? Well, here we have a data set with 12 values, an even number of values, but before we start working out the quartiles, there's something we have to do. Do you remember what that is? Well, hopefully you remembered from the last video that the first thing we do is to put the values in numerical order, like this. So with this data set, if we cross off values until we get to the middle, we find we have 2 values at the middle. So the median is going to be the number in the middle of these 2 numbers, or the average. So we add them together, 12 plus 13, and divide by 2. So the median is 12.5, or Q2, or the 50th percentile. Now to find Q1, we have to find the median of these values. And again, in the middle, we find 2 values, 10 and 11. The middle of these 2 numbers is 10 plus 11 divided by 2, which gives us 10.5. So 10.5 is equal to Q1, which is the 25th percentile. And it's also called the lower quartile. And finally, to find Q3, we have to find the middle of these numbers. So we have to find the number that comes between 15 and 16. So if we add 15 and 16 together and divide by 2, we get 15.5. So Q3 is equal to 15.5, which is also the 75th percentile, and it's also called the upper quartile. So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. If you did get some value out of it, please consider hitting the like button. This will help support my channel and enable me to make more videos like this. See you in the next one.